With a team of skilled technicians, Carter's Auto Glass offers windshield repairs, replacement, and other auto glass needs. Their commitment to customer satisfaction and attention to detail sets them apart from the industry. Give them a call for a free quote or for any of your auto glass needs at 417-849-6482. As we got our cars driving onto the track here, we're going to start things off again with our CKR Fabrications Pure Stocks. Wesley Decker going to start on the front row right there on the pole out of Washburn, Missouri. Found out last week he's my sister's neighbor down there in Washburn. Starting on the outside of Wesley Decker there, Chris Stoppel out of Green Forest, Arkansas, the number 55 machine. Looks like he's not, that's not true. Dale Center starting inside row number 2 out of Cassville, Missouri. The number 25 machine on his outside. Going to be Dustin Isaacs in the 714 out of Ava, Missouri. Austin Dixon out of Ozark, Missouri. Going to start from that 5 spot in the number 2 machine on his outside, making his return. Dylan Bowman in the number 69, last year's points champion. Trenton Houston in the 19, going to start from that 7 spot. Tanner Foster on his outside. Derek Lampy and Wayne Morrison in that number 12 machine. Looking for that Freedom Bank green flag. Here we go. Wesley Decker. Justin Isaacs on the outside. Isaacs to the lead as they make their way around. 1 and 2 down the backstretch they go. Isaacs in that point. Tanner Foster splitting the sheets between Bowman and Dale Centers. Bowman on that top side. Tanner on the bottom. Tanner taking over that 2nd spot as we make our way towards lap number 1. One lap in the books here. Dustin Isaacs out front by 1.83 seconds over Tanner Foster. Dylan Bowman currently sitting in that 3rd spot. Dale Centers pass him on the inside. Good battle for that 3rd spot. Whoa, Dale Centers getting a little wild there. Bowman will shift up the track. Right behind him, Austin Dixon in that 2 machine. 3 wide. Going to be a good battle there for our 4th spot. Isaacs holding on to that lead. 1.256 seconds over Tanner Foster. Foster starting to reel him in here, running his fastest lap at 20.544. Dale Centers in that 3rd spot. Dylan Bowman got his hands full. He's got that 2 of Austin Dixon on his inside, and the 19 right behind him. That's going to be Trent Houston. 174 of Derek Lampy right behind him. 2 by 2 by 2 they go. Dustin Isaacs. Good, comfortable lead here over the 15 of Tanner Foster. 1.604, the distance between your leader in that 2nd place. Dale Centers, another 1.86 seconds back. Man, we have got a heck of a battle from 4th on back. Again, still side by side. Dylan Bowman, Austin Dixon side by side. And the 174 of Derek Lampy and Trenton Houston side by side. We're 3 wide for that 5th spot. Watch out, we're bumping and banging. Bowman holding on from that top side. 5 laps in the books here. We're 3 wide still. 174 of Derek Lampy getting impatient back there. Wishing somebody would pass. Trying to improve on his position here. Get a better start in the feature. Bowman out by his lonesome there in that 5th or 4th spot rather. Dustin Isaacs running his fastest lap that last time by. 20.281. He's got this thing figured out. Dustin Isaacs taking the white flag there. White flag being brought to you by Paz Appliance and Mattress. Isaacs extending his lead out to 2.407 seconds over Tanner Foster. Derek Lampy able to get around a couple of cars. Bowman falls back. 19. Trenton Houston moves up. Isaacs looking to the bottom side. Derek Lampy rather. Checkered flag out. JD AutoWorks checkered flag. Dustin Isaacs in the 714 machine taking the win by 2.5 seconds over the number 15 of Tanner Foster. Dale Centers able to settle for a 3rd spot. Trenton Houston making his way up to 4th. Austin Dixon getting around Dylan Bowman down that last lap. Bowman will finish just outside the top 5 there. Wayne Morrison 7th. Wesley Decker. That's not correct. Derek Lampy is transponder not picking up there. He'll finish behind the 19 there. So he'll have your top 5. All right, time for your Monett rental and sales with Midwest Modified Heat Race number 1. Hunter Stutzman in the 668 machine out of Highlandville, Missouri. Going to start on the pole on this one. Number 5 of Daniel Landers making his way back to Monett Motor Speedway. He comes from Joplin, Missouri. Joe Beard out of Joplin, Missouri as well. The number 18, he's going to start from that third spot on his outside. It's going to be Garrett Thompson, 929. Dakota Lowe in the 24L out of Prescott, Kansas. He'll start from that fifth spot. I believe new car Rafe Duncan out of Lockwood, Missouri in the 77. I see what you did there, sir. Very, very clever. And Michael Gillison, the number 33, starting in the rear of the field. Lights are out. We're ready to go green flag racing just as soon as we make our way to that Johnson service station restart zone. .668 looking for that skinny pedal. He finds it right here. Hitting that restart zone. 668. On his outside. Daniel Landers fast. He knows this track just as well as anybody. Hunter Stutzman out front of this thing. Shifting her off through 3 and 4. Using that lower line, 668 of Hunter Stutzman going to lead lap number 1. Just ahead of Daniel Landers by 0.2 of a second. Garrett Thompson in that third spot for now. Joe Beard right behind him. Garrett Thompson to the bottom side of Daniel Landers in the number 5 machine. Anders bobbles just a little bit. Hunter Stutzman out front, 929 of Garrett Thompson. Now up to that second spot there on lap number 2. Hunter Stutzman running at 18.739 that last time by. Both him and Garrett Thompson sub 19. Getting even faster with every lap here. Hunter Stutzman running at 18.546. Both him and Garrett Thompson running their fastest lap, but he's got a handful of Daniel Landers right behind him. Hunter Stutzman starting to break away there. He's got 1.285 seconds here on Garrett Thompson. Stutzman, Thompson, Anders, your top 3, Lowe and Beard, all breaking away from the rest of, well, I say the rest, but it's just the 33 of Michael Gillis back there. 24L of Dakota Lowe looking to get around Anders. He looks at the bottom side. Anders protecting that bottom line as they make their way through 3 and 4. Just past your halfway point, your Monett rental and sales Midwest Modified Heat Race number 1. Stutzman starting to break away from the rest of the field. Not starting, he is done and broke away. He's checked out. 929, Garrett Thompson starting to pull away from that second group. Thompson getting faster. Anders doing the same. Fastest lap here on lap number 6 as the track starts to come in. Hunter Stutzman out front, taking the white flag. White flag being brought to you by Gile's Appliance and Mattress. Garrett Thompson once again, faster lap, faster. He's 2.2 seconds behind Hunter Stutzman. No catching him at this point. Hunter Stutzman catching himself a JV Auto Works checkered flag. Stutzman with the win there, 929, and Garrett Thompson finishing second. Dakota Lowe able to get around Daniel Landers right there. Joe Beard with a top 5 finish. Daniel Landers finishing right in front of him in that 4th spot. Dakota Lowe getting around Anders there on the last lap. Garrett Thompson finishing second. And your winner there in your Monett rental and sales Midwest Modified Heat Race number 1, the 668 of Hunter Stutzman. Big thank you to Stanfield Sanitation Garbage and Rubbish Removal. Family owned and operated by 3rd-generation owners, Stanfield Sanitation celebrates over 50 years of serving our local businesses and communities. Stanfield Sanitation offers many services to meet your needs, including residential, commercial, remodel jobs, cleanouts, and one-time pickups located at 711 North Walnut Street. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Give them a call at 476-5977. Heat race number 2 coming out for your Monett rental and sales Midwest Modified class. Starting on the pole is going to be Ben Newell in that number 83 machine on his outside. Tommy Steele in the 42. J.C. Newell in the 7, the -7 or -7. I don't know how they want me to call that one. J.C. Newell, what is it? -7. Sounds dangerous, huh? Kinsey Collins owned -7. J.C. Newell out of Buffalo, Missouri. On his outside, Corey Wilson, the number 15 out of Nixa, Missouri. Inside row number 3 is going to be Jordan Holloway in the 21H machine. He's a local boy out of Monett, Missouri. Here, Dayton Newell in the 84 out of Statland, Missouri. Going to start in that 6th spot, and starting in the rear, your current points leader, the number 64 of Pete Richardson. Green flag being brought to you by Freedom Bank. Newell out to a quick lead over Tommy Steele. Tommy looking to the outside. Watch out, the number 15 machine. Getting a little wild there. As I bring up my live timing. Ben Newell, your current leader. Running at 18.6. That's cooking for lap number 1. Tommy still in that 2nd spot. -7. J.C. Newell in that 3rd spot. Jordan Holloway, Dayton Newell rounding out your top 5. Newell actually getting around Jordan Holloway. He was in that 4th spot. Holloway looking to take it back away from him here. Ben Newell currently leading by 0.7 of a second over Tommy Steele. Tommy running at 18.875. Newell, Steele, Newell, your top 3. Jordan Holloway completing the pass on Dayton Newell there. Leaders getting faster and faster here. Ben Newell running at 18.564. I got the list deck seal. It's a 5.46. Let's see if he can improve it this time. He does not, but he does extend his lead out over the 42 of Tommy Steele. Almost a whole second lead over the 42 machine. J.C. Newell right on his tail. He did improve his time. 18.517. Jordan Holloway and Dayton Newell. Pete Richardson going to the back there in the number 64 machine. Hopefully he gets that lined out as he's your current points leader. 84 of Dayton Newell looking to go around the outside here. Getting close up to that wall, right on that wall there as he makes his way down the backstretch. Tucks her down to the bottom side, trying to make the pass on the bottom around Jordan. Piles, Appliance, and Mattress, white flag. Out for your leader, the 83 of Ben Newell. He makes his way around 1 and 2. One more time around Tommy Steele in that 2nd spot. J.C. Newell holding on to 3rd. Coming around 3 and 4, not going to be contested. The 83 of Ben Newell going to take the JV Auto Works checkered flag here. Whoa, watch out, Jordan Holloway trying to cut the nose off of Newell. Doing a good job of protecting that 4th spot, but not pleasing the 84 machine of Dayton Newell. 83 of Ben Newell going to take the win there. 1.5 seconds over the 42 of Tommy Steele. -7 of J.C. Newell finishing in that 3rd spot. Jordan Holloway able to hold off the 84 machine of Dayton Newell. Dayton finishing 5th. Corey Wilson finishing 6th. And Pete Richardson dropping off early. He'll finish 3 laps down in the 7th spot, and that'll do it for your Monett Rental and Sales Midwest Modifieds. Up next, we got your Ozark Mountain Sanitation INX Legends. Again, Ozark Mountain Sanitation has picked up the sponsorship for the INX Legends. Locally owned and operated, serving the Marshfield, Fairgrove, and Pleasant Hope areas since 2006. Office hours are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Located at 363 West Enterprise Court in Fairgrove, Missouri. Give them a call, 417-207-0883 for more information. We got Kenny Foster starting on the pole on his outside. Going to be the 84 of Corey Pope. Inside row number 2 is going to be the 34 of Braxton Roop on his outside. The 57 of Phil Berkey-Bow. Row number 3 is going to be the 71 of Ron Hubbard on his outside. The 18 of Joe Crum. And starting in the rear there, Peyton Powell in the 41. Green flag being brought to you by Freedom Bank. All right, shipping off into turns number 1 and 2. Looks like the 84 machine of Corey Pope going to be your initial leader over Kenny Foster. Foster in that 2nd spot. Berkey Bow in 3rd. Side by side, we go through 3 and 4. Pope moves way up the track. He'll get past. Kenny Foster going to lead lap number 1 here over Phil Berkey-Bile Jr. He's got Braxton Roops to his inside. That's a singular Roop, not 2 Roops. I accidentally said 2 Roops, and I apologize. Kenny Foster out front by 0.3 of a second that last time by over the 57 of Phil Berkey-Bile Jr. Improves that to just 1/100th of a second. Phil Berkey-Bile Jr. in that second spot. Braxton Roop in third. Your top 3 starting to break away here. Foster, Berkey-Bile, and Roop. 84 machine of Corey Pope leading that second group. Joe Crum right behind him. Peyton Pyle. Kenny Foster doing a good job of holding on to that lead. Another good run for Phil Berkey-Bile. Taking the lead down the backstretch here. Kenny Foster right on his bumper, gives him a shot in the shorts as they make their way around 3 and 4. All friends and family here. I think Phil Berkey-Bile Jr. with the lead there as he gets around the lap car of Ron Hubbard in the 71 machine. Everybody making it around him. Phil Berkey-Bile out by 0.2 of a second last time. My test says that's going to be a little more this time. Berkey-Bile extends his lead from 2.89 to 5.31. Kenny Foster in that second spot. Braxton Roop another 1/10 behind him. Corey Pope in that 4th spot, and Joe Crum running out your top 5. Watch out, Braxton Roop trying to get around Kenny Foster, and he makes the pass going down the backstretch. He's going to try to do 2 for 1 in 1 lap here as he sets the pace coming around 3 and 4. All over the back bumper there of Phil Berkey-Bile Jr. as your Piles Appliance and Mattress white flag comes out. Now we're getting your Piles Appliance and Mattress white flag. I misheard race director Jeff Ogle. Braxton Roop, your new leader here, Phil Berkey-Bile Jr. in that second spot. Again, getting shots to the shorts as he's got problems going down the backstretch. Hopefully he can hold it on for a top 7. There's just 7 cars. All right, 34, Braxton Roop taking home the win there. Kenny Foster finishing in that second spot. Corey Pope in third. Joe Crum finishing 4th, and Peyton Powell rounding out your top 5. Phil Berkey-Bile Jr. able to limp it to a 6th spot. And Ron Hubbard bringing it around to finish in that 7th. So if you're watching live here at Monett Motor Speedway, it was Peyton Powell taking home that 5th spot. Joe Crum finishing 4th. Corey Pope in the 84 machine finishing 3rd. Kenny Foster able to get back up to that 2nd spot. And your winner, the 34, Braxton Roop, finishing his last lap as his fastest lap of 20.239. Getting ready to break into that 19-second range. Hey, don't forget, I've got my friends here with your 50/50 tickets. You'll see them in the bright yellow shirts. James, can you raise your hand, buddy? Can you hear me? Anybody? Yeah, I'm talking to you. Raise your hands in the air. Show them where you're at. There we go. We got our 50/50 going around here. Second heat of your Ozark Mountain Sanitation INX Legends coming onto the track here. Starting on the pole is going to be the 18T of Brooks Thompson. On his outside, going to be the 85 Triple I of Zerny Vest out of Nixa, Missouri. Lonnie Malbauer in the 06 machine, driving his own car again. Ashley Vaughn in the V2, starting in that 4th spot. Jackie Dalton starting in the 5th spot out of Carthage, Missouri. Evan Pyle in the 72 machine, and your current points champion and undefeated win-on steel champion, Chance Gilbert in the 01 out of Galena, Kansas. Gonna try to make it the hard way. Lights are out. We're ready to get it on. Gonna give them one more lap around. Green flag being brought to you by Freedom Bank. Brooks Thompson makes his way down the front stretch into 1 and 2. Zerny Vests the third, going to be his first challenger, the 06 of Lonnie Malbauer, right to his inside. Chance Gilbert all the way from last. He's already up to 4th. He's trying to make his way around, but he's got 2 cars in front of him that are also very, very fast. Jackie Dalton pulls up to that 4th spot. They're going to be side by side as they make their way through 1 and 2. Dalton not waiting for those cars to separate. He's going to find a way through the middle as they make their way down the backstretch here on lap number 2. Chance Gilbert took on his patience. We're going to be 4 wide for that 2nd spot. Watch out. Oh. Jackie Dalton on that bottom side of Lonnie Malbauer for that 2nd position. A little bobble. Chance Gilbert looked to take advantage of it. Playing his cards safe for now. Running that way outside line. He'll lose a little ground for it, but he tucks it back down to the bottom side. Brooks Thompson out front of us here. Oh, 2 of them getting together. I knew that was going to end dangerously. Jackie Dalton and Lonnie Malbauer getting together down the front stretch. Hopefully both drivers are okay. That'll bring out the first car's keys and more caution here on lap number 3. So halfway through your most Ozark Mountain Sanitation INX Legends. Brooks Thompson, your leader. Jackie Dalton and Lonnie Malbauer are running 1 and 2 at the time. Having some really, really good racing there from your top 5. Chance Gilbert will take advantage of that. He'll move up to that 2nd spot. Evan Pyle, I believe he'll be in that 4th position. I take that back. Zern Vests is in that 3rd spot. Again, caution flag here on lap number 4 of your car's keys of your Ozark Mountain Sanitation INX Legends. Hey, big thank you to Monett's very own Coast to Coast. Joins our race family this year. Coast to Coast is family-owned and operated business located at 500 South Kyler here in Monett. Their #1 priority is customer satisfaction. Coast to Coast is a proud dealer of brands like Skag, DR Power Equipment, Echo, Generic, Snapper, Still, and Troy-Built outdoor lawn equipment. They both sell and service chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, lawnmowers, and outdoor power equipment. Not to mention hardware and tools. That's where I get all my stuff, being located right next to them in Wesco Home Furnishings. Go in and see him or give my friend Leonard a call at 235-7161. Speaking of Wesco Home Furnishing, I just as well hit that one. Open 10 to 6 Monday through Friday and Saturday 9 to 5. We're located at 819 East Highway 60 here in Monett. Come visit me and my fantastic help, Miss Shonda, or my part-time help, longtime manager of our Cassville location, Mr. Mark Whittemeyer here in the crowd there. He's going to be mad that I messed up his last name when I was trying to fumble through this. Together we can help you find exactly what you're looking for. Our sales staff will work for you to select pieces that fit your style, your home, and your budget. You can be confident when you purchase at Wesco that you're getting the best overall value in town with everything from living room, dining room, bedroom, home and office, not to mention bedding and appliances. We got you covered. Come in and visit or give us a call at 235-5422. I'm glad I just messed up my own ad so I didn't embarrass anybody else. It was me. Maybe that'll make you remember it. I don't know. Also, big thank you to Sircoxy Ford. They serve Joplin, Carthage, and Aurora. They brought out a little Bronco Sport. That's going to be our pace truck tonight. They are your trusted Ford dealer in Sircoxy. Whether you're hunting for a new F-150, an adventurous Bronco, or a family-friendly Escape, their knowledgeable sales team will guide you to choosing the vehicle that best fits your needs. They also offer an inventory of pre-owned vehicles alongside a service department to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape. Visit them on High Street, conveniently located near you, or jump online to see your full inventory today. Lights are out. We're hitting that Johnson service station restart zone on the backstretch. Chance Gilbert, back to where you once belong. I can't remember who sings that. I think you know. Chance Gilbert, your leader here in your Ozark Mountain Sanitation INX Legends Heat Race number 2 as they make their way through 3 and 4. Peyton Powell in that second spot. 18T of Brooks Thompson falls back to 3rd. Zern Vest the 3rd. In that 4th position, and Ashley Vaughn in the V2. Rounding out your top 5 so far, as we are halfway through your Ozark Mountain Sanitation INX Legends. Chance Gilbert out front by a whole second that last time by over the 72 of Evan Pyle. Brooks Thompson with a good run through 3 and 4. Holding her steady. Good balance on that 18T machine. Evan Powell slipping up just a little bit coming out of turn number 2. Brooks Thompson trying to find a way around him, but he bobbles himself through 3 and 4. Chance Gilbert out front of this thing by 2.262 seconds now over Evan Pyle. Whole straightaway lead for the 01 machine. White flag being brought to you by Pyle's Appliance and Mattresses. Lead extended to 2.639. Evan Powell. All these guys are running close to the same lap times. As your checkered flag comes out, being brought to you by JB Auto Works, it's going to be Chance Gilbert taking the win here. Evan Powell in that second spot, number 72 machine. Brooks Thompson, the 18T, finishing 3rd. Ashley Vaughn in 4th, rounding out your field there. Zern Vest, actually your 4 car. And Ashley Vaughn getting a top 5. Big round of applause for the still undefeated Chance Gilbert taking home the win there in your Ozark Mountain Sanitation INX Legends Heat Race number 2. Evan Powell finishing in that 2nd spot. 18T of Brooks Thompson finishing 3rd. Zern Vest 4th, and Ashley Vaughn rounding out your top 5. $16 entries here in your Hot Wired Auto Sales Mid-America Rebuilders Bomber is going to be 2 different heat races. Going to iron in the track here just a little bit as we got the water truck on the track. First sponsored from your Hot Wired Auto Sales Bombers there. Big, let me start over. Whoa, too much to read here. Big thank you to Hot Wired Auto Sales for being one of our sponsors here in the Bomber Division for the 2025 season. Hot Wired Auto Sales is located at 3202 East 7th Street here, there in Joplin. They're locally owned and operated dealership with prices so cheap you think you'll steal it. If you got bad credit or even no credit, they have several financing options available for all credit needs and situations. Check out their inventory today at hotwiredautosales.com or go visit them at 3202 East 7th Street in Joplin. Phone number 417-623-2277 if you have any questions. Get these guys tailgating around here. Bumper to bumper. If you're tailgating or weaving in and out of traffic and speeding, well, that'll get you noticed and ticketed. Drive sober, slow down, buckle up, and put your phone down. We want you to arrive alive. A message from the Missouri Coalition for Roadway Safety, working towards 0 highway fatalities. Show me 0 Visit SaveMoLives.com. Lights are out. We're ready to get it on once again here.
Stack it up. We're going green out of turn 4. Going green out of turn 4. 8 laps. 8 laps is your heat race distance this evening.
Lights are out. Bronco Sport pulls off. Daniel Bishop on the front row. Scott Lampe on his outside. Jack Hammer, Larry Jordan, row number 2. Landon McLaughlin, Michael Gillis, and Brandon Bishop and Daryl Riddick. We're ready to get that green flag going here at Monett Motor Speedway for a Hot Wire Auto Sales Minnebaker Rebuilders Bombers heat race number 1. 179 is Scott Lampe. He said, I pray for everybody else. We got a little damage to some vehicles. Got some. Well, you heard the flag man. He wants to be the announcer. He is the announcer at our neighbor here. The, what's it called? The Twister Alley. Not that I didn't know it. I just forgot. I didn't forget at all. I just brain fart. Anyway, Hot Wired Auto Sales Mid-America Rebuilders Bombers under caution here. Stop before we started. Going to be an original restart. Some debris coming off of a couple of the cars. It might be some Bondo. You never know. But that will bring out your Cars, Keys, and More caution. Again, Cars, Keys, and More providing automotive locksmith services at your location. Give them a call. 417-438-4848. Everything looks to be back to racing conditions. Get started here in heat number 1 of your Hot Wired Auto Sales Mid-America Rebuilders Bombers. Hey, if you're running on empty, well, nothing tastes better than Victory Fuel with over 1.5 more electrolytes than the leading sports drink. Victory Fuel is your winning source of hydration, all while giving you the daily vitamins in just a 12-ounce can, sweetened with only 6 grams of natural sugar and no added coloring. Scott Lampe on the outside, Daniel Bishop in the 13J on the inside. Lampe taking the lead down the back or front stretch rather. Jack Hamer follows from that second row. 33 Gillis. Oh, watch out, we're getting together already. Daniel Bishop not happy with where we put our tires. Decided it looks a lot better on the exit of turn 2. That'll help work in that top line, I guess. Appreciate your help from the 13J of Daniel Bishop.
I need the 13J, 179 front row, 14 and 10 second row, 17 and 33 third row.
You heard him.
And 1776.
Hey, that just gives me a reason to say some more sponsors. Wildcat Ice Cream, LLC. Stop yelling at him. Stop yelling at him, Chip. They know. They want to race too, buddy.
Stack it up, gentlemen.
Daniel Bishop going to give it one more shot. Lights are out. Flagman Chip Abramovitz, very aggressive with his stick holding. Lampe on the outside, Bishop on the inside. We're going to try this one more time as we are 3 minutes in and 0 laps in the books here in your Hot Wired Auto Sales Mid-America Rebuilders Bombers. Bishop hitting it early. Hamer looking to get 3 wide down the front stretch, getting around the 13J there. 174 or 179 rather. Scott Lampe, your current leader. Scouting the Lampes. Scott Lampe, your leader, the 33 machine of Michael Gillis in that second spot. Jack Hamer right there on his bumper. Hamer floating her up way high coming down the front stretch. Scott Lampe out front by 0.4 of a second over the 33 of Michael Gillis. Jack Hamer in that third spot. Daryl Rick in fourth, and Danielle Bishop currently sitting in that 5th spot. Good lead battle here. The 179 on the top side, Michael Gillis on the bottom side. Gillis going to take the lead away here. Gillis out front by almost 0.2 of a second there, just a hair shy. Gillis up front, Lampe in that second spot, Hamer in third. Lampe all over the back bumper of Gillis. Gonna try to pass him on the outside. Whoa, way up close to the front too. No sparks. Not trying to Ryan Gilmore this week. Of course, Gilmore putting on a heck of a show last week. Spark in the front stretch, spark in the back stretch. I'm sure you've seen it on Facebook. We shared it on Monett Motor Speedway along with ShowMeDirt, providing excellent content for us here. Michael Gillis out front of this thing still. He's got an 0.8 of a second lead over the 179 of Scott Lampe. We're just past our halfway point, 5 laps in the books, 3 to go. Jack Hamer in that third spot. Dale Riddick in fourth, and Daniel Bishop still holding on to a top 5 after a tough start. Catch the tail end of the field here. Larry Jordan in the 10 will go a lap down. Michael Gillis out front by a whole second now over the 179 of Scott Lampe. Everybody pretty stretched out at this point here in our Hot Wired Auto Sales Mid-America Rebuilders Bombers Heat Race number 1. White flag out. White flag being brought to you by Paz Appliance and Mattresses. Hamer kind of on the back bumper there, the 179 machine of Scott Lampe as they make their way down the backstretch. It was almost a race between those two. Almost a race. Checkered flag coming out there. JB Auto Works checkered flag. Michael Gillis taking home the win. Running his fastest lap. Scott Lampe doing the same there on your last lap. Both running a 21-second lap there. Not 21 flat, but Scott Lampe running a 21.765. Michael Gillis running a 7.99. Daniel Bishop in the 13J, rounding out a top 5. Daryl Riddick in the 1776, finishing in that 4th spot. Jack Hamer finishing 3rd in the number 14 machine. Scott Lampe in the 179, and Michael Gillis taking home the win there in your Hot Wired Auto Sales Mid-America Rebuilders Bombers Heat Race number 1. Heat Race number 2 getting ready to make their way onto the track next. Heat race number 2. Sean Seward going to start on the pole here in the 82 machine coming out of Joplin, Missouri. James DeWitt in the 930 going to start from the 2nd spot on his outside out of Pineville, Missouri. Corbin Mooney in the 2M coming all the way from Lynn Creek, Missouri. Going to start inside row number 2. On his outside, going to be Zachary Riddick, current points leader in the 22Z machine. 2 wins already on the year. Going to try to make it a 3rd tonight. Jimmy Staton in the number 16 machine out of Aurora, Missouri. Going to start from that 5 spot on his outside. Pete Navarro in his rookie season here in the number 11 machine out of Butterfield. Lane Walden in a 23J. Starting from that 7th spot out of Billings, Missouri. And Jason Richardson in the 133. Starting in the rear there. Lights are out. We're ready to get it on here. Green flag. Here we go. 82 machine being pushed down the front stretch. Not sure what's going on there. Sean Seward running the 82 machine tonight. Coming around to lead lap number 1, going to be the 930 of James DeWitt. Oh, we're getting a little bit loose coming off of turn number 4. Zach Riddick, your points leader with problems. Look like an axle maybe. Wait, it's not a rear-wheel drive car, is it? And that will bring out your first Cars, Keys, and More caution.
Drivers get stacked up. Please get lined up single file.
One lap in the books here in your Hot Wired Auto Sales Mid-America Rebuilders Bombers. Second half of our Bomber sponsorship for the 2025 season, again, is your Mid-America Rebuilders, located in the heart of Joplin, 8399 East 7th Street, Suite A. Mid-America Rebuilders stands as the rebuilder destination for all your auto repair needs. The shop boasts a team of skilled technicians dedicated to providing top-notch services for vehicles of all makes and models. With a reputation for quality, workmanship, and attention to detail, customers can trust that their cars are in the capable hands of Mid-America Rebuilders. If you need some repairs done here in Southwest Missouri, give them a call, 417-781-9232. Tough break for your points champion. Going out on the hook, he's going to have to steal that 1776 spec from dear old dad. They traded at the beginning of the season. That probe used to be a purple and white machine. Painted it up, changed his number to 22Z. James DeWitt out front of your Hot Wired Auto Sales Mid-America Rebuilders Bombers Heat Race number 2 here on lap number 1. Sean Seward on the bottom side of Corbin Mooney. All right, again, going to be looking for that Johnson service station restart zone on the back there. Johnson service station out of Crane, Missouri, 221 North Commerce Street. 9:30 at James DeWitt. Hits that loud pedal going down the back stretch. We are going to be green flag racing by the time we're on the front stretch. Corbin Mooney up to that second spot, going to try to challenge the 9:30 at James DeWitt. DeWitt got that Toyota all wound up, ready to go. James DeWitt, your leader here on lap number 1 as they make their way down the backstretch. DeWitt out front. Corbin Mooney in that second spot. The 82 is Sean Seward. Holding on to third for now. He's got the 133 of Jason Richardson right behind him now on the top side. Going to try to pass him for that third spot. They come way up close to that front stretch wall. Caution coming out there.
Go high in turn 3 and 4. Go high in 3 and 4, gentlemen. Get single file, please.
Looks like it's going to be the number 11 of Pete Navarro. Pete running the 6th spot at the time.
82, 23J. Get around to the front of the field, please.
I can't remember if I finished my sponsorship shout out to Wildcat Ice Cream LLC. They're a mobile ice cream trailer serving Barry, Lawrence, and surrounding counties. Wildcat Ice Cream attends many local events in the area, such as races here at Monett Motor Speedway or even at Twister Alley Speedway. On Saturdays, you can even find them set up at the Spot in Cassville. One of those if you know type deals, which I know. Not sure why we are waving the green flag here, as we normally go green on the backstretch, but trying something different, I guess. James DeWitt, your current leader here, just makes his way around. So we're 2 laps in the books here in your Hot Wired Auto Sales Mid-America Rebuilders Bombers. James DeWitt currently out front. Corbin Mooney challenging him on the inside. They're going to touch just a little bit as they make their way down the front stretch. Mooney in the Cavalier. James DeWitt in the Corolla. Oh, we've got a car spun around in turn number 4 again. That'll be the second caution brought out by Pete Navarro on the number 11. That'll be the 2 spin rule here, so he'll be able to come back out for the feature, but he needs to park it right now for the heat race at number 2 here in your Hot Wired Auto Sales Minimaker Rebuilders Bombers. Heat race at number 2. Alrighty. Getting ready to start on the backstretch once again, looking for that Johnson service station, a restart zone between 2 and the center of the backstretch. James DeWitt gets her started going down the backstretch here. Top 3, good restart there. James DeWitt and Corbin Mooney, your top 2. DeWitt making his way down the backstretch here. Through 3 and 4. Again, we got 3 laps in the books here in your Hot Wired Auto Sales Mid-America Rebuilders Bombers. Halfway through. 9:30 with James DeWitt still your leader. Corbin Mooney, good run off that bottom side through 2. DeWitt running right up against the wall down the backstretch. Mooney right there, tagging right there at the back of his bumper as they make their way off of turn number 4. Just 0.2 of a second separating your 1 and 2 car. Corbin Mooney stuck in the 9:30 as they make their way down the backstretch. Had a good run off that turn number 2. Looking to put a nose to the bottom. Trying to hold it straight as they make their way through 3 and 4 rather. 2 phalanges in the air. James DeWitt running his fastest lap so far, running a 21.647. Corbin Mooney running a faster lap, but still not his fastest lap as they make their way down the backstretch. Mooney going to try to put on the bottom side. Going to be nose to nose as they come to the white flag. Not quite nose to nose as DeWitt with your lead going down the backstretch here. James DeWitt looking for his first heat race win of the 2025 season as they make their way through 3 and 4. Golly. And he'll hold on. James DeWitt taking the win there. JB Autoworks checkered flag there. James DeWitt taking home the win. Corbin Mooney in that second spot. Jason Richardson finishing 3rd. Sean Seward in 4th. And Lane Walden rounding out your top 5. All right, time for your Young Lions division making their way out on the track now. Starting on the pole, going to be the 9 of Rory Thompson. On Rory's outside, Riker Thompson, the number 51 machine. Rory out of Prairie Grove, Arkansas. Riker out of Centerton, Arkansas. Bronson Hawkins out of Rogers, Arkansas, the number 28 machine. Camden Grimes out of Billings, Missouri, starting from that 4th spot. Jet Stovall not able to, oh, he is able to make it out. He'll start from that 5th spot out of Billings, Missouri in the 00. Garrett Vaughn in the V2 out of Aldridge, Missouri, starting from that 6th spot, and Mackenzie Vaughn in the 2V. Also want to invite you to visit another NASCAR sanctioned track located in Pryor Creek, Oklahoma. You might know the track as Salina High Banks Speedway. The weekly program at Salina High Banks Speedway now features 5 divisions of racing: modifieds, B-mods, super stocks, and pure stocks sanctioned under the NASCAR sanctioning, as well as the new true beginner division called Trophy Cars, a little bit like our INEX Legends Young Lions we've got here. Racing starts at 7 o'clock every Saturday. Getting Rory Thompson, Riker Thompson on the front row. Looks like the 2V pulling to the inside there. Not going to start the heat race number 1. All right, green flag out on the track, being brought to you by Freedom Bank. 00 Jet Stovall finishing where he left off last week. Straight out to the lead there. 49 of Camden Grimes finished second last week. He's already up to that 2nd spot. 9 of Rory Thompson falls back to 3rd here. Jet Stovall coming around the lead lap number 1. Jet Stovall going down the backstretch, running a 22.133 that first time by. Jet bobbles it just a little bit coming off of turn number 4. Camden Grimes just 0.8 of a second behind him last time by. Jet Stovall jumping in the 21-second range, 21.473. Camden Grimes also running a 21.992, getting better every week. And again, that's what this class is all about here in the Young Lions INX Legends heat race number 1. Jet Stovall still out front. Oh, watch out, the 2V spinning. 49 of Camden Grimes able to get around him, but that will bring out your cars, keys, and more. Caution flag here. We're halfway through your Young Lions INX Legends heat race number 1. Caution coming out here for the 2V of Mackenzie Vaughn. Tommy Boy trying to get some instructions here for the 2V. How to get spun around. So Jet Stovall still out front of your Young Lions INX Legends heat race number 1 here. Restart going to be on the backstretch. We'll get those rear cars caught up here. Green flag down the backstretch. Here we go. Jet Stovall with a good start. Camden Grimes in that 2nd spot right behind. Stovall, Grimes, and Thompson, your top 3 here. '51 machine of Riker Thompson in that 4th spot. Mackenzie Vaughn rounding out your top 5. 0-0. Jet Stovall running a good fast lap of a 20.934. Breaks into the 22nd range now. Camden Grimes, 21.906. Stovall got it in his blood. Again, I believe if you win 3 in this class, 3 in a row, you have to move up back up to the Legends division, your regular INX Legends division. Stovall dipping down underneath the 2V of Mackenzie Vaughn. White flag out for your leader here. Jet Stovall around 1 and 2. Camden Grimes looking to get around lap machine of 2V. Mackenzie Vaughn does so safely as they make their way through 3 and 4. Looking for that JB Auto Works checkered flag. Jet Stovall taking another one here at Monett Motor Speedway. Camden Grimes in the number 49 machine, finishing in that 2nd spot. Rory Thompson crosses the flag stand there in the 3rd spot. 51 machine of Rory Thompson. And that'll do it for your Young Lions INX Legends Heat Race number 1. All right, time for your Napa Auto Parts B Modified Heat Race number 1. 9 entries tonight. Starting on the pole is going to be the 45 of Dan Culp. Dan coming all the way from Hinesville, Arkansas, on the number 45 machine on his outside. Currently sitting 3rd in points, going to be Trevor Drake in the number 7L machine out of Brighton, Missouri. Inside row number 2 is going to be J.C. Newell, the number 83 machine on his outside. The number 21 also in the top 5. Jackie Dalton out of Carthage, Missouri. Kyle Long in the 02 machine out of Walnut Grove. Going to start in that 5th spot on his outside. Current points leader by 2 points. Mitch Keeter out of Webb City, Missouri. Last year's points champion, Kason Harris in the 00 machine. Going to start in that 7th spot on his outside. Currently setting 2nd in points. The man who's 2 points behind Keeter, Ryan Gilmore, the number 66, coming all the way from Springfield, Missouri. And starting on the bubble wall by their Lonesome Mountain, Indiana Show, Missouri, going to be the 9 JR of Joel Singletary. Sir Coxey Ford Bronco Sport pulling off there. Dan Culp, Trevor Drake, row number 1, going to bring him around 3 and 4, ready to get our Napa Auto Parts B Modified Heat Race number 1 on the books. Green flag, here we go. Mitch Keeter scraping along. Right off the start, what a good way to go. Trevor Drake out front of this thing. Dan Culp and Jackie Dalton, 2 and 3. We're 3 wide. Oh, shutting it on. Keeter is the next one down there. Trevor Drake, Dan Culp, Jackie Dalton, your top 3. He goes back to J.C. Newell and Ryan Gilmore. Mitch Keeter, your points leader, looking to the bottom side of Gilmore. All costs here tonight. Gilmore going right back to what he was doing last week, scraping the wall here, using every bit of this track to find all the speed that he can. He's on the outside of J.C. Newell in the number 83 machine right now. Looking to get him around him. He'll take over the 4th spot. Meanwhile, Trevor Drake out front by 7 tenths of a second last. He keeps it right at the same pace. Jackie Dalton moves up to that 2nd spot. Dan Culp falls back to 3rd. And about to fall back to 4th, Ryan Gilmore on his bottom side. Gilmore move up to that 3rd position here on lap number 3. Not by much. Dan Culp not giving up that easy. Ryan Gilmore sliding her up in the front of the 45 machine here. Culp taking another look to the bottom side. Meanwhile, out front, Jackie Dalton using that top side, trying to get some speed, and he was faster last time by 18.850. Not that far off the pace that time. Watch out, he's got a good run off the middle of 2. Right there on the back bumper of Trevor Drake now. Drake out front of this thing by 0.3 of a second over Jackie Dalton last time by. Dalton right there on his bumper. Drake out front by 0.1 of a second. Meanwhile, Ryan Gilmore charging forward. Peter's stuck back in traffic there. He's in that 6th spot. White flag coming out for your leader, the 7L of Trevor Drake, as he makes his way into 1 and 2. Drake, Dalton, Gilmore, your top 3. Keeter fighting his way around the 45 and 83 machines right there in the middle. He'll fall back. Colt holding on to that 4th spot. Meanwhile, out front, Trevor Drake taking home the win there over Jackie Dalton and 21 machine. Ryan Gilmore able to finish P3. Mitch Keeter getting around Dan Culp and J.C. Newell. He'll finish in that 4th spot. Dan Culp finishing 5th. And J.C. Newell just outside your top 5. Cason Harris finishing in the 7th spot. Kyle Long and Joel Singletary rounding out your crowd there. Jet Stovall ready to get this thing started here. Starting things off with our Young Lions, INX Legends here. Jet Stovall, Camden Grimes going to battle it out. Your top 2 cars last week, top 2 cars right now. Camden Grimes getting better and better every week as we come to lap number 1 of our 12-lap feature here in your Young Lions INX Legends. Jet Stovall going to be your leader by 0.4 of a second over the 49 of Camden Grimes. Each driver running in the 21-second range. Jet Stovall heading down the backstretch into 3 and 4. 49 of Camden Grimes. In that 2nd spot, Riker Thompson, Bronson Hawkins, and Rory Thompson rounding out your top 5 here. Stovall starting to extend his lead down the backstretch. I don't know how to judge car links in these little guys. He is 45 Legends ahead, or 4 to 5 regular cars. Jet Stovall out front by 1 whole second over the 49 of Camden Grimes. Both cars still running in the 21-second range. Riker Thompson, Hawkins, and Thompson, Roy Thompson rather, all running fastest lap last time by. Love to see this green here on your MRP. That means they're getting faster and faster and better with every lap that they go by. Riker Thompson improving his time. 22.567 that last time by. Jet Stovall, your leader here. 5 laps in the books, 7 to go in your Young Lions INX Legends A feature. 00 Jet Stovall out front. Camden Grimes. 1.5 seconds back there, the number 49 machine. These guys have a whole straightaway or a whole half a lap over the second group. '51 machine of Riker Thompson in that 3rd spot. Jet Stovall improving to a 20.971, about where he was racing, getting close to that 19-second range there. Last time. Jet Stovall coming around the lead lap number 8. 8 laps in the books, 4 to go here in your Young Lions INX Legends. Stovall consistently running there in the 20.9s. Going to pick up the tail end of the field here in a couple laps. Bronson Hawkins able to get around Riker Thompson. He'll pick up that 3rd spot. Stovall still out front. Camden Grimes in that 2nd spot. Bronson Hawkins now in the 3rd position. Stovall going to be right there on the back bumper of Mackenzie Vaughn in that 2B machine. Good out front. Let's see how he navigates traffic as he makes his way here on lap number 10 of 12. Stovall out front. of Camden Grimes. Almost 6-second lead now. Coming to the white flag, Jet Stovall out front. Trying to get around the 9 machine of Rory Thompson. Gets to the bottom side, good pass there. Camden Grimes heading down the back stretch in that second place. White flag for Hawkins, checkered flag for Jet Stovall, taking home your JB Auto Works checkered flag there. Others taking the Pile Appliance Mattress white flag. So Jet Stovall taking home his second win in a row. Camden Grimes finishing in that second spot, and the number 49 machine, Bronson Hawkins, able to finish with the third position. 51 of Riker Thompson finishing fourth, and Rory Thompson rounding out your top 5. Mackenzie Vaughn just outside. Two machine. Dylan Bowman going to start the 69 from inside row number 4. On his outside going to be Wayne Morris, number 12. Inside row number 5, Wesley Decker in the 9R. On his outside, Chris Stoppel in the 55. One more time around, lights are out. Foster Isaacs, row number 1, ready to get this thing going. Again, big thank you to CKR Fabrications Pure Stocks, sponsoring the Pure Stocks this year. Lights are out. We're ready to get it on. Dustin Isaacs on the outside of Tanner Foster. They hit that loud pedal. Here we go. We're going to give him the green flag. Foster with the initial lead as he makes his way into 1 and 2. Dustin Isaacs on the outside. Problems on the Foster machine, and that'll cause Dale Centers to spin. Trying to avoid Foster. That'll bring out your first caution here. That'll be the first Cars Keys and More caution flag here. No fault of Dale Centers, just trying to avoid Tanner Foster. Something amiss on the 15 machine. He gets her gathered back up, but Tanner, Foster, and Isaacs going to be on the front row still. Still yellow flag here. We're going to give him one more time around.
15-7-1-4. Nice even start out of turn 4, please. Nice even start out of turn 4.
Flagman Chip Abramowitz lets him know Tanner Foster is your pace setter. And we're going green flag racing next time by. Tanner Foster looking for his 4th win of the year. Only person to beat him is sitting just to the left here in the grandstands. Miss Carla Lampe winning last week here in your CKR Fabrications Pure Stocks. Race 1 or chase 1. Green flag ready to get it on here. The 15 of Tanner Foster. Watch out, the 19 of Trenton Houston. Looking to make it 3 wide, coming through the front stretch. Still problems on the 15 machine as he gets, we're 3 and 4 wide. Still problems on the 15 machine. Problems the first start, problems the second start. Going to bring out the caution flag one more time. So another original restart, except for not original at all. Going to be Dustin Isaacs and the 19 of Trenton Houston. Not sure what's going on with the 15 machine.
Then I need the 69 and the 12. 69 and the 12. not get a lap in. I want a nice even start out of the front row.
So it looks like we got a 2-lap courtesy for the 15 machine. Looks like he's got a bent wheel after some contact early on. So we're going to have a couple more cars, keys, and more caution flag laps here. Again, providing automotive locksmith service at your location, including key duplication, key origination, remote lasers, key cutting, and key programming. Give them a call at 417-438-4848. CKR Fabrications. Again, sponsoring our Pure Stock division here for our 55th season. CKR Fabrications was started in December of 2023. Their mission is to help racers who are on a tight budget. Chris does setups on people's cars, repairs, and fabricating. He also built a couple Pure Stocks from the ground up. His first build won a track championship and numerous wins. CKR Fabrications, race one or chase one. Lights are out. We're ready to get it on. Again, going to be a front stretch restart here because it's going to be an original restart. We'll be looking for the Freedom Bank green flag coming off of turn number 4. Dustin Isaacs going to be your pace setter. Green flag. Here we go. Isaacs leading him into 1 and 2. The number 19 machine right behind him. That's going to be Trenton Houston. 174 of Derek Lampy on his inside. Coming around to lead lap number 1, going to be the number 714, Dustin Isaacs. Number 19 of Trenton Houston right on his back bumper. We're going to be 3 wide for the lead coming off of turn number 2. 174 of Lampy looking to the inside of 19. 19 on that high side, Lampy on the bottom. Dale Centers the number 25 machine, looking to take that 5th spot away from Dylan Bowman. Bowman on the top side, Centers on the bottom. He gets around him, looking at the number 2 of Austin Dixon now. Meanwhile, out front, great racing of the 174 and the 19 of Trenton Houston. Lampy taking over that 2nd spot. He'll just tuck himself right there. Good race for the lead here. 3-way battle. Isaacs, Lampy, and Houston, your top 3. Dale Centers getting around Austin Dixon there on lap number 5. We're 1/3 of the way through your CKR Fabrications Pure Stocks A feature. Dustin Isaacs with a 0.2 of a second lead that last time by. Less than half a second between 1, 2, and 3 that last time by. They're starting to stretch out just a little bit now. 714 of Dustin Isaacs. Still out front by 0.2 of a second over the 174. Derek Lampy, watch out, the 19 machine. Again, looking on the bottom side as he makes his way through 1 and 2. Good run off of turn 2 for the 174 of Derek Lampy. Lampy going to look to the outside here. Dustin Isaacs still with the lead here. Derek Lampy taking a look at the inside here off of turn number 2. Trenton Houston in that 1st spot. Dell Centers in the number 25 in the 4th position. Number 2 of Austin Dixon rounding out your top 5. Dylan Bowman trying to get up to the 2 here. Wayne Morris and Wesley Decker rounding out the field here. Tanner Foster not returning back to the race. Got a good, comfortable lead here. Lose 28 points over 2nd place Dustin Isaacs. Certainly going to help Dustin Isaacs tonight here as he's leading so far. Lap number 9 of your CKR Fabrications Pure Stocks, making way down the backstretch. 174 of Derek Lampy doing his best to reel him in here. Trenton Houston starting to get a little stretched out. Two-thirds of the way, we're not close to halfway. Way past halfway, I think. You're gonna freak out when you tell them white flag here in a minute. Dustin Isaacs in the 714 still out front here. Extending his lead out to almost a full second here over Derek Lampy, gaining 2/10, or not gaining 2/10 of a second, but putting on 2/10 more on Derek Lampy in the 174 machine. Trent Houston, another full second back. Dale Centers, another full second back from him. We'll see if Dale's starting to get back to where he once belonged as well. Get back to that high side through 1 and 2. Lampy closed the gap just a little bit last time by. Not by much, just a 1/10 of a second. Trent Houston get a little bit farther away. Caution coming out here for the number 12 machine of Wayne Morris, spinning between 1 and 2. Again, caution coming out here. Your car's keys and more caution flag coming out here on lap number 13. I'm way wrong. Number 11. What was I looking at? Dustin Isaacs, your current leader here. Derek Lampy in that second spot. Trent Houston, top 3. Dale Centers up to 4th. Austin Dixon currently sitting in that 5th position. We are 11 laps in the books here. Going to be looking for that Johnson service station restart zone on the backstretch. Isaacs, Lampy, Houston. Here we go. Good restart for that top 3. Dale Centers just a tick behind that. Sheet metal damage there to the 19 machine of Trent Houston. Not sure if they got together. Him in the 174 of Derek Lampy. Now we're 12 laps in the books here in your CKR Fabrications Pure Stock Machine feature. Watch out, the 8-2 machine ripping the lip up there. He'll lose a little bit of ground for it. Austin Dixon in the 2 machine. Dale Centers looking to the bottom side of the 19. Coming to 2 to go here in your CKR Fabrications Pure Stock A feature. Dustin Isaacs in the 714, your leader, but how long can he hold at the 174 of Derek Lampy? Just taking a look to the inside as they made their way around 1 and 2. Lampy on that top side now, trying to make it work, but is it too late? He's got a good run. All over the back bumper. Gonna take a look to the bottom side. Last lap, ditch, here we go. 174 on the bottom side, 714 at Dustin Isaacs. Isaacs leading the whole way. They get together going down the backstretch. They're gonna put a little bumper to each other. They're stopping. A lot of rubbing going on here. Who's gonna take the win? Looks like it's gonna be the 714 of Dustin Isaacs. A lot of bumping and rubbing there on the last lap. I thought we were gonna come to blows.
174 and 19 to 10. 714, 174.
Good racing there. Rubbing is racing, am I right? 714 at Dustin Isaacs taking the win there in your CKR Fabrications Pure Stocks A feature. Derek Lampy finishing in that second spot. Trenton Houston, the number 19, finishing third. Dale Centers fourth. And Austin Dixon rounding out your top 5. Feature starting in the pole is going to be the 668 of Hunter Stutzman out of Highlandville, Missouri. And on his outside, going to be the number 83 of Ben Newell coming all the way from Stoutland, Missouri. Inside row number 2, going to be Garrett Thompson, the 929 out of Joplin, Missouri. On his outside, Mr. Tommy Steele out of Brookline, Missouri. Inside row number 3, Dakota Lowe in the 24L. On his outside, J.C. Newell in the -7. Jordan Holloway going to start his 21H machine from inside row number 4. On his outside, going to be the 5 of Daniel Anders. Dayton Newell and Joe Beard starting inside and outside of row number 5 there, the 84 and the 18 respectively. Michael Gillis in number 33. Starting in that 11 spot on his outside, going to be Corey Wilson out of Nixon, Missouri in the number 15. And starting 13th and 14th, going to be Rafe Duncan in the 77 and Mr. Pete Richardson in the 64. Going to be a tough uphill battle for the 64 machine, your current points leader. 668. Hunter Stutzman currently sitting second in points from the pole. So you got polar opposites all the way in front and all the way in back, first and second. Going to be a very, very hard battle for the 64 of Richardson. Hopefully he's got it all figured out. 15 laps the distance here in your Monett Rental and Sales Midwest Modified A feature.
Nice even start, side to side start out of turn 4.
Ben Newell just a little bit out front of Hunter Stutzman as we try to get this thing started here.
No start.
Stutzman holding back. Lights are out. Going to be looking for that Freedom Bank green flag next time by here.
Side-by-side start out of turn 4.
Again, a big thank you to Monett Rental and Sales, sponsoring our Midwest Modified class here. Located 11355 Farm Road, 2,000, just 3 miles east of Monett.
Side-by-side start in turn 4.
Stutzman, Newell, row number 1, ready to get it on. Green flag, here we go. Great start for Stutzman all by himself up front. Watch out for number 15 bouncing it off the front wall here. We're 3 wide going through 3, or 1 and 2 rather. Newell way up high, almost right next to the wall there. Exciting start to our Monett Rental and Sales Midwest Modified A feature so far. Hunter Stutzman leading lap number 1 there. He's got a 2/10 of a second lead over the 929 of Garrett Thompson. Watch out, Thompson already on the bottom side, but we got a caution coming out here. Car skis and more caution coming out here on lap number 1. 1 lap in the books, 14 to go. 33 machine being scored with the caution here. Michael Gillis in the 33. Spinning between 1 and 2, is running 12th at the moment. Hunter Stutzman, Garrett Thompson, Ben Newell, your top 3 here on lap number 1 of your Monett Rental and Sales Midwest Modifieds.
42, you were in behind the 83, right there. 929, I need a lane choice, make it obvious. 83 out, 42 down, 24 out, 7 down, 5 out, 84 down, 21 out, 64 down, 18 out, 15 down, 77 out, 34.
All right. Flagman Chip Abramovitz lets them know we're going to be looking for that Johnson service station restart zone on the back, at which time they will take the Freedom Bank green flag. Hunter Stutzman, your current leader. Thompson and Ben Newell, row number 2. Green flag, here we go. Three wide competition as we come through 3 and 4. Hunter Stutzman out front. Still 3 wide going down the front stretch. Tommy Steele, the cheese in that sandwich. Is that? I don't think that's the. I don't think that's the saying. Thompson looking to the bottom side of Hunter Stutzman here. Coming around to lead lap number 2. A lot of good racing all over the track, still side by side out front. Hunter Stutzman and Garrett Thompson. Thompson on the bottom side trying to take a lead as they go down the backstretch. Hunter Stutzman on the top side. Ben Newell waiting to stock. He's running that top line. Watch out, we got the 24L way high, ripping the lip there, falling back for it. Hunter Stutzman assuming the lead there again. Ben Newell trying to get around the 929 of Garrett Thompson down the backstretch. Thompson not giving up that easily. Newell on that very, very top side. Hunter Stutzman doing a good job of protecting right there in the middle. Newell getting around Garrett Thompson that lap. 4 laps in the books here, 9 to go here in our 15-lap A feature for your Monett Rental and Sales Midwest Modified. Newell's trying to take a look to the outside of Stutzman. Stutzman again moves up a line, half a line, trying his best to protect his bottom side and his top side simultaneously. Picked up lap car of 77. Rafe Duncan. 3 wide battle, foiled by the 77 here. Oh, Newell collects the front wall as he makes his way down the front stretch. A lot of people having a tough time getting around the 77. Regular racing assumes down the front stretch, or down the back stretch they go into turns 3 and 4. Garrett Thompson, your leader that last time by. Hunter Stutzman in that second spot. Ben Newell rounding out your top 3 now. Daniel Anders looking to the inside of Newell. Hunter Stutzman slips up just a little bit, slaps her back down on the bottom side as they make their way down the backstretch here. Anders on the bottom side of Newell. Thompson had a 7/10 of a second lead that last time by. Just past our halfway point, extends it to a 1.199. Ben Newell in that 3rd spot. Daniel Anders still holding on the 4th, and J.C. Newell in the -7. Currently your top 5. Anders on the bottom side of Newell. Newell just fast in the corners on that top side. Gets it set just perfectly. But he'll fall back to that 4th spot. Meanwhile, the 84, Dayton Newell looking to take away that 5th spot from J.C. Newell as they make their way down the backstretch. 3 Newells right in a row there. Ben Newell, J.C. Newell, and Dayton Newell. 4th, 5th, and 6th. Racing each other like they don't know each other. I say. Garrett Thompson out front by a whole second over the 668 of Hunter Stutzman. It's going to be hard to catch him now. A lot of damage on that 83 machine. Dayton Newell getting around Ben Newell that last time by. He'll crawl up to the 4th spot. Hunter Stutzman trying to fight off the 5 of Daniel Anders. Anders on that bottom side. Stutzman. Pete Richardson up to that 7th spot. Current points leader. Right behind the Newell gang. Ben Newell committed to that very, very top. Garrett Thompson getting around the 77 once again. Side-by-side battle. Going to have to take a halt for that 2nd spot. White flag being brought to you by Powell Appliance and Mattress. Garrett Thompson out front by 2 whole seconds now. As lap traffic of 77 gets split. Hunter Stutzman on the top side, Anders on the bottom side, coming to the checkered flag being brought to you by JB Auto Works. Stutzman going to hold on for that 2nd spot, Anders 3rd. Dayton Newell, J.C. Newell, your top 5. Pete Richardson just outside the top 5 there as he was on the bottom side of Gillis.
668 and 5 to 10. 668 and 5 to 10.
-7 machine of J.C. Newell finishing in that 5th spot. Dayton Newell in the number 84 finishing 4th. Daniel Anders just right there on the bottom side of Hunter Stutzman. Hunter Stutzman finishing in that 2nd spot in the number 668 machine. And ladies and gentlemen, taking his first win of the season, the 929 of Garrett Thompson. Going to be the 01 of Chance Gilbert. Again, your only undefeated car here at Monett Motor Speedway so far. 4 in the row, 4 features, 4 wins. Starting on the pole here, Braxton Rupon is outside, the number 34 out of Rogersville, Missouri. Evan Powell going to start from that 3rd spot in the number 72 machine on his outside. Going to be Kenny Foster in the number 55. Row number 3 is going to have Brooks Thompson, the 18T out of Centerton, Arkansas, on his outside. Going to be Corey Pope in the number 84. Joe Crum and Zern Vess going to start row number 4. Joe Crum in the 18, Zern Vess in the 85 III. Peyton Powell, Ashley Vaughn, row number 5. Phil Berkeball Jr., Ron Hubbard, row number 6. Jackie Dalton, Lonnie Malbauer able to make it back out there. Again, 15 laps here in your Ozark Mountain Sanitation INX Legends.
15 laps, gentlemen, or 15 minutes, whichever comes first this evening. 15 laps or 15 minutes. I want a nice even start out of the front row. Nice even start out of the front row.
Gilbert and Roop on that front row, ready to get this thing started, wheel to wheel, door to door. Here they come through 3 and 4. As my man Tombo says, let's get it on! I want to remind all race fans and track owners to stay back off the fence during racing action. I know. All right. Chance Gilbert doing what he does best, but we got caution coming out. That was a hard hit on the backstretch. I believe it was Zern Vess in the 85 III.
I need the 01 and 34 out front. Guys, I want you to roll the low side of the speedway. Roll the low side of the speedway as you come to that on the backstretch.
At all. Looks like the driver is out and okay, walking around back there.
Stack it up, drivers. Stack it up, stack it up. It'll be an original restart. So I got the 01 and 34 front row. Going green in turn 4, gentlemen. Green in turn 4.
Going to be an original restart here in your Ozark Mountain Sanitation INX Legends. Chance Gilbert starts to get that thing wound up. Hits the skinny pedal. Green flag. Here we go. Green flag being brought to you by Freedom Bank once again. Braxton Root looking awfully fast on that outside. He's got a good run down the backstretch. I don't know if it'll be enough for the 01 of Chance Gilbert. He's got a good run. Don't have to lift. Nearly side by side they are as they come across the line. Chance Gilbert being scored with the lead on lap number 1 here. Braxton Roop with another good run off that top side of 2. He's got the lead going back down the backstretch, but it doesn't count until you come across the loop here in the front. Who's going to lead lap number 2? Looks like it's going to be Braxton Roop looking to take down the undefeated Chance Gilbert in the 01 machine. Kenny Foster in that 3rd spot. Evan Pyle currently sitting in 4th. So a 0.2 of a second lead for 34 of Braxton Roop last time by, running a 20.816 over Chance Gilbert's 21 flat. Both cars getting faster. Roop running a 20.6. Gilbert running a 20.7. Foster up there with a 20.9. Gilbert looking to the bottom side once again of Roop. Foster doing his best to hold off the number 72 machine of Evan Pyle, trying to take that 3rd spot away. Pyle going to try to work that top side. Roop, Gilbert, Foster, your top 3. Goes back to Pyle, Pope. Pope in that 84 machine, white and black. 5 laps in the books here in your Ozark Mountain Sanitation INX Legends. Braxton Root continuing to get faster and faster, running a 20.515 last time by Gilbert, running a 20.752 as he starts to fall behind. Half a second lead for Braxton Root over Chance Gilbert. Braxton Root extending his lead out to almost a full second, 9/10 of a second that last time by. So far, Jackie Dalton, your big mover, currently sitting in that 7th spot after starting 13th. Got several drivers jumping 6 spots. I'm sorry, just Jackie Dalton. Everybody else jumping 3. I'm looking at the laps. It's my first day trying to read my race pass. Braxton Root just over a second lead over Chance Gilbert last time by. Eye test says it's going to be just about the same. Kenny Foster 2.8 seconds behind that. Evan Powell still fighting from that outside. '84 machine of Corey Pope falls back quite a bit. He's got Brooks Thompson and Phil Berkey-Bile Jr. right there on his tail. Going to be a heck of a battle for that 5th spot here in about 2 laps. Berkey-Bile Jr. getting around Thompson just past the flag stand. Leaders catching the rear of the field there. The 2V machine goes a lap down. That's going to be Ashley Vaughn. V2 rather. Braxton Root still your leader here. Chance Gilbert 1.5 seconds back. Lead keeps getting further and further up. $11 laps in the books, 4 to go here for the 34 of Braxton Root. Chance Gilbert in that 2nd spot, 1.777 seconds behind. Kenny Foster in that 3rd spot. Evan Pyle in the number 72. Currently sitting 4th, and Corey Pope still 5th. Phil Berkey-Bile Jr. right there on his back bumper. Phil going to try to work the bottom side of Pope. He'll get around him here. Scored in that 5th spot last time. $12 laps in the books. $13 now, 2 to go. Gonna be the white flag next time by here. Braxton Root. Go. Caution.
Caution on the backstretch. Low in 3. Go high in 3 and 4, gentlemen. Go high in 3 and 4.
That'll bring out your 2nd Cars, Keys, and More caution here with 2 to go. 13 in the books, 2 to go in your Ozark Mountain Sanitation INX Legends. Braxton Root hated to see that caution as he's got his lead out to 2.38 seconds. He's got to be picture perfect on this restart because he's got 2 laps till the finish there in your Ozark Mountain Sanitation INX Legends A feature. Roop in the 34 machine out front. Going to be a backstretch restart.
This will be a single file restart, gentlemen.
You heard it there, folks. Single file restart as we are 2 laps, less than 2 laps.
Single file, gentlemen, get single file, please.
'06 machine of Lonnie Malbauer. Trying to get her started back up. Looks like he was moving under his own power. Checking for damage there. Again, Braxton Roop in the number 34 machine out front. Chance Gilbert in that 2nd spot. Kenny Foster 3rd. Evan Pyle and Phil Berkey-Bile Jr. rounding out your top 5. 2 laps to go here in your Ozark Mountain Sanitation INX Legends.
stay single file, please, drivers. 06, if you can continue.
Little bumper damage on the 06 there. Looks like the 06 of Malbauer taking her to the pits. Don't know if he'll be able to make it by himself. We'll give it one more time around and probably hit the green flag in your Johnson service station restart zone on the backstretch next time by. You heard it first.
We're going green on the backstretch, gentlemen. Going green on the backstretch. Single file restart, single file.
Hey, just want to remind everybody, drinking and driving don't mix. Make sure your pit crew has a designated driver. We want you to drive sober, slow down, buckle up, and put your phone down. A message from the Missouri Coalition for Roadway Safety, working towards zero highway fatalities. Show me zero. Visit SaveMoLives.com. Good restart for Braxton Roop down the backstretch. The 01 of Chance Gilbert in that second spot. 55 of Kenny Foster currently sitting in third. Evan Pyle and Phil Berkey-Ball Jr. rounding out your top five as they cross the line. Going to be 2 to go. Ozark Mountain Sanitation INX Legends. A feature winding down here. Just as 01 of Chance Gilbert's undefeated streak may be winding down. White flag coming out for the 34 of Braxton Roop. Again, the white flag being brought to you by Piles Appliance and Mattresses. Braxton Roop leading down the backstretch, and he goes into 3 and 4, commanding over 1 second lead already. Here he comes down the front stretch. Flagman Josh Sharpley excited about this one as he's a sponsor of that 34 machine. Braxton Roop taking home the win there in that 34 machine. 20.389, running his fastest lap that last time by. Chance Gilbert still a close 1.55 seconds behind. He'll finish in that second spot. Kenny Foster finishing third, also running his fastest lap on 20.880. Phil Berkey-Bile Jr. able to get around Evan Pyle. He'll finish fourth. Pyle finished fifth. Corey Pope just outside the top 5. Jackie Dolan, Brooks Thompson, Joe Crum, and Lonnie Malbauer. '16 starting the race. Michael Gillis in the number 33 machine out of Cleveland, Missouri, going to start on the pole. James DeWitt on his outside in the number 930 machine. Jason Richardson in the 133 starting from that third spot out of Webb City, Missouri. On his outside going to be Corbin Mooney in the 2M. Inside row Number 3 is going to be Scott Lampy in the 179 machine on his outside. The 1776 of Daryl Riddick. Jack Hamer in the number 14, going to start from that 7th spot on his outside. Sean Seward in the number 82. Lane Walden in the 23J, going to start from that 9th spot on his outside. Danielle Bishop in the 13J. Larry Jordan and Pete Navarro teammates, 10 and 11, going to start 11 and 12. And Zachary Riddick not able to make it back out. Lights are out. We're ready to get this thing going. Green flag being brought to you by Freedom Bank. James DeWitt trying to take the lead from the outside. Generally the outside with the advantage on the starts. Not this time. Michael Gillis fighting from the inside in the 33 machine. Whoa, watch out, 930 having to jackhammer the brakes there. Got the 2M of Mooney to the bottom side of the 930 of James DeWitt. Michael Gillis in the 33 machine with the lead off of turn number 4 here. Mooney with that 2nd spot off the top side. James DeWitt on the bottom side falls back to 3rd. Daryl Riddick and Scott Lampy going to be battling for that 4th spot as they make their way down the backstretch. Leaders getting ready to pick up lap traffic there, the number 11 machine of Pete Navarro. Navarro doing a good job of staying down there on the bottom. Michael Gillis out front still. Corbin Mooney just 3/100ths of a second behind him there, almost neck and neck. Great battle for the lead here on lap number 3. Coming in lap number 4, Gilbert, Gillis, and Mooney out front going down the backstretch. Hard to beat that big V8 power of the number 33 machine. Motoring on down the front stretch. You're going to pick up the tail end of the field here. Corbin Mooney doing a good job of holding on, shadowing the number 33 machine of Michael Gillis as they make their way down the backstretch here. Into 3 and 4, looking to the bottom side. Corbin Mooney trying to take the lead here as they try to go 3 wide, almost 3 wide. Mooney taking another look to the bottom side. Can he use the lap car of the 16 as a pick? It's going to be Jimmy Staton. Nope, Evan is not racing tonight. Watch out, the 33 shows why he is your current leader. These guys were all 3 wide just minutes ago. Gillis to the bottom side of the 82 machine now. We're 3 wide down the backstretch. 2 following them. Everybody gets around that lap traffic. 930 at James DeWitt looking to do the same on the bottom side, and he will. Still a good 3-way battle. 2 cars out front. But if either one of them messes up, James DeWitt is right there, boy. 179 of Scott Lampy also navigating through traffic there. He's got a clear view of the top 3. Number 10 machine of Larry Jordan heading to the pits there in the big old Impala. There's a cut. It's a C car. I can't remember what it's called. Caprice. Classic. Boy, the 2V machine able to be all over the 33, just doing everything he can, but can't get around him here. As we are 10 laps in the books of your Hot Wired Auto Sales Mid-America Rebuilders Bombers A feature. And he's about to come to another lap car way high. 6/100ths of a second separate Corbin Mooney and Gillis. Right there at his back door. Going to be able to use lap car Nope. Gillis holding on, making sure he was the one who advances down the front stretch here. Got the truck open on the 16 machine. They're all over the place, getting crazy. Absolutely, no cautions here. Two laps to go here. Michael Gillis, your current leader. 2M of Corbin Mooney. Just 1/10 of a second behind. Good competitive racing here from your Hot Wire Auto Sales Mid-America Rebuilders Bombers. Your leader running into lap traffic here. They're stacking up in front of them side by side. How is this going to turn out? We're 4 wide down the front stretch. New leader, that time by Corbin Mooney taking the white flag. Michael Gillis getting caught up in lap traffic there after leading the whole race. Corbin able to use him as a pick. If he can hold on through turn 4 here, he's got the win there on a technically last lap pass. Michael Gillis, very frustrated, I imagine.
Caution, 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 caution. Go high in one, go high in one, go high in one, go high in one.
You heard him, go high in one. 3J machine finishing sideways. That's Brandon Bishop covering up row number 2. It looks like a mess, but it was absolutely beautiful. What a win for the 2M machine of Corbin Mooney, taking a last lap pass here in your Hot Wired Auto Sales Mid-America Rebuilders Bombers. Tough break for the 33 of Michael Gillis. Excellent race for him, leading every lap except for the one that counted. Fide 8 feature starting on the pole is going to be the 7L of Trevor Drake out of Brighton, Missouri. On his outside, Ryan Gilmore in that number 66. Jackie Dalton, the number 21 machine out of Carthage, Missouri. Starting from that 3rd spot on his outside. Mitch Keeter in the number 52. Dan Culp in the number 45, going to start from that 5 spot on his outside. Mr. J.C. Newell in the 83. Kason Harris and Kyle Long in row number 4, 7, and 8. Going to be the 00 and the 02. And then Joel Singletary in the 9, JR in the rear there.
Nice even start out of the front row. Nice even start out of the front row.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for your Napa Auto Parts B Modified A feature. Looking for that Freedom Bank green flag. Here we go. Trevor Drake, your pole sitter. Ryan Gilmore on his outside heading into turn number 1. Gilmore with the instant lead. But not so instant. Trevor Drake right there on his inside. Drake on the bottom side. Jackie Dalton right behind him. Mitch Keeter also shutting the door on Keeter. Look at that. Nose to tail through down the front stretch. Gilmore, Drake, and Mitch Keeter Jackie Dalton looking to the bottom side of Keeter as they go through the backstretch. Keeter diving down to the bottom side to look underneath of Drake through 3 and 4 here. Ryan Gilmore still out front, led by 1.56 seconds. Extends it out to 7/10 of a second. Ryan Gilmore looks like he's got all his ghosts just clear. I don't know what I was trying to say. He looks good. Looks good out there. The 66 looks good out front. Trevor Drake in the 7L machine. Currently sitting in that second spot, running his fastest lap that last time in 19.460. Mitch Keeter in that third spot. Jackie Dalton in fourth. Go back to J.C. Newell. He's 9/10 of a second back behind him. Here in his fastest lap last time, 19.62. Gilmore just keeps putting on the seconds. We got a caution. Caution coming out here on lap number 4 of your Napa Auto Parts B Modified A feature. So your cars, keys, and more caution coming out here on lap number 4 of your Napa Auto Parts B Modifieds. Ryan Gilmore out front, had a 1.5 second lead over the 7L of Trevor Drake. Mitch Keeter in that third spot. Jackie Dalton, J.C. Newell, your top 5.
02 out. 9, if you're going to continue, get to the back of the field.
Mm-hmm. So I guess Case and Harris heading back to the back. Good news. He's coming right back on. Case and Harris staying in the party. He'll tag along to the backside. Looking for that Johnson service station restart zone on the backstretch there. Ryan Gilmore heads them through 1 and 2. Mitch Keeter, Trevor Drake on his tail. Keeter on the bottom side, Drake on the top. Gilmore leads them down the backstretch. Watch out, Mitch Keeter on the bottom side. Ryan Gilmore on the top side as they make their way down the back. Into 3 and 4 down the front stretch we go. Into 1 and 2. Watch out. Keeter fast on that bottom side. Gilmore got a good run off the top. Good close racing as always. Top 4 starting to break away quite a bit. Gilmore still your leader. Mitch Keeter in that second spot. Trevor Drake in third. Jackie Dalton 4th. J.C. Newell rounding out your top 5. Top 4 starting to break away. Jackie Dalton looking to the bottom side of Drake as they make their way through 3 and 4. Jackie Dalton worries comfortable on the bottom side here. Gilmore starting to put a little time on. 7/10 of a second between him and Mitch Keeter in the 52 machine. Gilmore starting to build that lead here. Lap number 6. Ryan Gilmore in the number 66 machine out front. Mitch Keeter in that second spot. 1 and 2 in points, 2 and 1. Here on the racetrack here on a Friday night here at Monett Motor Speedway. Ryan Gilmore with a 9/10 of a second that last time by over Mitch Keeter. Trevor Drake doing his best to hold off Jackie Dalton on that bottom side. That lead keeps getting longer and longer. Ryan Gilmore out front by 1.5 seconds now. Running a 19.181 that last time by. Lap time's getting a little bit slower. Still holding on to a 1.662 lead. Track starts to go away a little bit. Gilmore pushing that top line. Keeter. Fast lap for Keeter here on lap number 10. 19.349. Gilmore bobbles just a little bit. Maybe a little imperfection on the track there. In turn 3. Gilmore smooth through 1 and 2 though. Got a good line coming off of 2. Mitch Keeter starting to close the gap here. He's got 1.383 seconds between the two. Keeter running that bottom line on the Yeoman-powered 52 machine. Lap car of Joel Singletary on the bottom side there. No problem for Keeter by the time he makes it through. 2 phalanges in the air here. Gilmore throwing up a little dust to our backstretch. Mitch Keeter in that second spot, keeps getting closer and closer. Trevor Drake running his fastest lap that time by 19.446. Gilmore going down the backstretch, heading into 3 and 4. Still just 2 winners here in our Napa Auto Parts B Modified A features. Ryan Gilmore takes his 2nd win of the season over the 52 of Mitch Keeter, your current points leader. That's going to make things interesting for your points heading into next week. Ryan Gilmore in the 66 machine taking home the win there with the 52 of Mitch Keeter. Trevor Drake finishing in that 3rd spot after starting on the pole. Jackie Dalton finishing in the 4th spot. JC Newell in the 83 machine getting a top 5. Dan Culp just outside your top 5. Kason Harris able to finish with 7th spot. Kyle Long and Joel Singletary rounding out your field here. Excellent racing here in your Napa Auto Parts B Modifieds. Excellent racing all night long here at Monett Motor Speedway. Remember, fans, we're not here next week.
Ran their feature and then they just went off. I thought we were doing it at the end because that's what the paper you gave us said. The driver meeting does. So victory landed.
For the 66 of Ryan Gilmore, your final winner tonight here at Monett Motor Speedway in your Napa